The voice of the voiceless. The cult of personality. Best in the world. CM Punk. CM Punk. You know what? No matter what he does, ain't nobody gonna be happy.
Look in my eyes, what do you see?
Hey everybody, what's going on? Look, I gotta talk about this. As you all know, if you're a wrestling fan, I haven't watched wrestling a lot in a while, but I still follow it because deep down, I'm gonna be a lifelong fan. And one of the biggest things that has happened recently is that CM Punk is back with the WWE. Technically. You see, Punk is now signed with Fox for a show on FS1 that is kind of a WWE backstage kind of show. And while he's not going to be there full time, he's going to be there as a correspondent. And hey, you know what? They're going to give him a live mic and you never know what he's going to say. At least that's what they want you to believe. You see, here's the thing. There's nothing, and I mean nothing, except a perfect situation that could happen where it's going to be a good thing that CM Punk is back. Now, look, don't get me wrong. This is not me ragging on Punk. Oh, on the contrary, I am a huge CM Punk fan. I've met him a couple of times. For a while there, he was one of the only reasons I was watching wrestling, or at least one of the few reasons I was watching wrestling. I'm a huge fan. Heck, I even have CM Punk's signature on my Living Color Vivid vinyl album because, of course, he used Cult of Personality as his theme song when he came back. So I am a huge CM Punk fan. And while I would be thrilled that he was back, all I have to say is, no matter what he does, nobody's going to be happy with it. You see, here's the thing. If CM Punk is just going to be a commentator on this show and he's happy, I'm happy for him. That being said, no matter what he says, nobody's going to believe him when it comes to, are you coming back or are you not? They even asked him, there was a clip that just came out where Renee Young asked him, you know, is there a chance you're coming back? And he's like, never say never, but, you know, I just want to do this. And it's like, oh, but, you know, people are going to think, so you're saying there's a chance. It's always going to be like that. And if you think that fans were getting annoying when they were chanting CM Punk at the wrestlers before, now that he is not working for WWE, it's only going to get worse. Now, don't get me wrong. There was times I thought it was hilarious when the fans chanted CM Punk, but especially when things weren't going right. But now that he is kind of back in the fold, it's only going to get worse. You see, many thought that Punk would probably sign with AEW, being that all the problems he had with WWE, the way he walked out, the lawsuit, everything that happened, you know, being with AEW, he could just kind of do his own thing, and everyone thought it was going to happen, and apparently they had talked, and there was, you know, kind of some he said between Cody Rhodes and CM Punk saying, well, he tried to offer me a deal over text, and no, I didn't text him. Who cares? But, you know, a lot of people thought he would go to AEW, which, honestly, that wouldn't be a terrible thing. I think CM Punk would do very well there. There's some great matches there for him, but I think for a comfort level, I think WWE is the place for him, at least in his own mind, because he knows the landscape. And now that he's on this show and he's given an open mic, even though we all know that it's not really an open mic, is it? That he will be able to talk about what he wants to talk about, how he wants to talk about it. And here's the thing. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen because while, yeah, he's probably there for a ratings bump, even though he's supposed to have carte blanche of what he says, he's not. He's really not. Think about this. With SmackDown being on Fox, Fox is going to want to protect their investment. They're going to want everything to look good. So while they'll let CM Punk push a few buttons, they're not going to let him say everything he wants to say. Because if he did, let's just say that COO Triple H would never, he would never have anything good said about him. Because we all know, I mean, come on, he supposedly fired Punk on his wedding day. You know what I mean? There's just things that aren't going to be able to be said. I thought it was kind of funny when, Renee Young is married to, the now Jon Moxley, the former Dean Ambrose, who's with AEW, and Punk is like, who's your favorite member of the Shield? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And he didn't go any further in that. And if he was really given a free microphone, he would have said, we all know who your favorite is that Jon Moxley guy. I don't think he's going to be able to say everything he wants. I think there's probably stuff in his contract that says he can't say whatever he wants, but he can pretend that he can say whatever he wants. So is he going to really be able to say what he wants? No, of course not. It's just going to look like he is. Now, the big question, of course, are you getting back in the ring? Are you getting back in the ring? Gonna wrestle again? Are you gonna wrestle? The Royal Rumble's coming up. Survivor Series coming up. WrestleMania's coming up. Is he going to wrestle again? Look, if he does, the perfect scenario for me, I'll tell you what it is in a bit, but I can tell you what I think is going to happen. Now, one of the funniest scenarios, think about it. You got CM Punk here. Him being on this Fox Sports 1 show, it'd be hilarious if in the not too distant future, he, signed with AEW. Well, think about it. I mean, the matches he could have, the Kenny Omegas. He could work with the Young Bucks, with Cody, with Moxley. Pac. There's just so many guys he could work with. But here's the thing. That's not going to happen in a perfect funny world. And if CM Punk was really trying to be, this edgy superstar, then that's what he would do. And, of course, he owns the name, so he can take it with him. But no. That's not what's going to happen. See, here's what's going to happen. He's already trading barbs with Seth Rollins on Twitter and on this program, and that's what it's going to be, guys. I'm telling you this now. Punk is going to enter the Rumble, which is something I would want him to do. Punk is going to enter the Rumble. He's going to make it near the end, and he's either going to be cost the win by Seth Rollins, or Rollins is going to be a champ at the time, and you're going to have, somehow they're going to end up, Rollins is going to lose his belt, and he's going to end up facing CM Punk at WrestleMania. Main event, I don't know, probably not, even though that's what Punk always wanted. He wanted to be the main event, and no Vince, no pal, I don't mean he wanted to be, one of the 15 main events. Well, they're all main events. It's WrestleMania, pal. No. I'm talking the last match of the night. That's the main event. There's only one main event. There can be co-main events, but the main event is the final show of the night, Vince. Sorry, pal. It's the last match of the show. So, yeah, Punk always wanted to be the main event, but somehow I think they're going to talk him into a match with Rollins. Look, Seth Rollins is one of the most physically spectacular people they have, right? He's very athletic. And that being said, his character now is a snore fest. That's how I look during Seth Rollins promos. Sorry, but Seth Rollins is just kind of boring. Again, he's got all the physical tools, but, whenever he was the wimpy heel, I liked him, and I liked that he had to be protected and everything, but then all of a sudden he can beat Brock Lesnar twice, and I know they had this whole redemption arc, and at first it was working for him, but boy, did it hit a major stop when he did the match with The Fiend at Hell in a Cell, because the end of that match is just stupid. It just plain old stupid. Because, yeah, I know you're trying to protect his title and you're trying to protect The Fiend as well, but there's no disqualifications in a Hell in a Cell. Stupid. But we all know that that's what it's going to be. It's going to be Seth Rollins and CM Punk. And Punk's going to lose. And then he's probably going to retire. Or he'll probably get in the Hall of Fame. And he'll maybe become a commentator, or he'll go back to the Fox Sports show. But here's what I want to see happen. So you got CM Punk here. And CM Punk enters the Royal Rumble. And CM Punk wins the Royal Rumble. The next night on Raw, he's trying to decide who he wants to face for the title. We'll just, whoever's got the titles now, we'll say, you could even throw the NXT title in there. Adam Cole will probably still have the title, and you got Brock Lesnar, and then you got Bray Wyatt, the Fiend. And before Punk could even say anything, lights go out, Fiend appears. That should be your match. That is the one match I would want to see CM Punk come back for. Not John Cena. I mean, Cena's pretty well done. I would love to see him face like Daniel Bryan or something. That'd be cool too. But no, Bray Wyatt. Bray freaking Wyatt. You want to do the best for two characters? You put CM Punk in the main event, pal. The last match of the night, pal. You put them in the main event of WrestleMania and let Bray win. Not decimate him. Have a fantastic match, which I know the two of them can have. Even tease that Punk might beat him, but then have Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, win. And what do? You solve a lot of problems from the past and some for the future. You give CM Punk the main event spot of WrestleMania that he's always wanted, and he's happy. You let him put on the show of the night against another amazing superstar in Bray Wyatt. And also, with Bray Wyatt winning, you also put Bray Wyatt even further up than he already is. They're trying to make him this invincible monster, show just a little bit of weakness, maybe for a future superstar to beat him. But he still beats a legend in CM Punk. And that elevates him even more. Imagine having CM Punk's picture up on the Firefly Funhouse wall, as someone he's beat. Yeah, let Punk go after the Universal title and let the Fiend beat him. Those are the matches, the Royal Rumble and the main event, the last match of the night, pal, against Bray Wyatt, the Fiend. And even, again, show a weakness in the Fiend. Let the mask come off. Make him weak. Do all that, but still have Bray Wyatt win to elevate Bray Wyatt, to make CM Punk look amazing in a main event. Last match of the night, pal. The main event of WrestleMania, something he's always wanted. He can retire happy and go into the Hall of Fame. And then he will have a perfect end to a career that got cut way short for stupid wrestling politics. But then again, whether or not they do something that cool, or they do something like the Seth Rollins match, or CM Punk never comes back at all, the short of it is, as I said before, ain't nothing he can do that will make everybody happy.